I really don't understand the net neutrality, but all I know is if Obama wanted it, then I don't. Y'all, this old lady on Facebook got angry at me, so she threatened to call my job and report my rude behavior to my boss. So she got my information from my page. Are you still a cashier at the Krusty Krab? I will be contacting your employer and your parents, relatives. She gonna try to call Mr. Krabs on me, y'all. She gonna try to contact Bikini Bottom. She's going to call a phone number and ask, is this the Krusty Krab? And the person who answers the phone will have a choice to make.
No! This is Patrick!
Wisdom teeth grow in sideways and straighten out over time. I don't know about that one. The pain is deliberate to rewire your brain and open new pathways. Your God truly was an intelligent creator. The adrenaline from the pain was a hidden gift. These 4 wisdom teeth are also wired directly to your heart and pineal gland. They are called wisdom teeth for a reason, and this is why they are eager to pull them, to rob you of your power and true potential. Right, not because they could cause severe pain and complications with your teeth and jaw. No. Whispers, the birth control pill can falsely make women feel bisexual. What the hell are you talking about? Minor coded or not, their height, any girl under 5'7" is basically a red flag for being minor coded, since that's around the common height for children. This applies to canon characters and OCs. I don't know the context. What is minor coded? I don't want to know. Pizza Hut is woke pizza, boycott it. Well, if woke means shitty, then I'll agree with this one, but there's no need to boycott pizza. No tattoos, piercing, or hair dye. I like my women like I like my truck, clean and ready for a load. Now, actually, this guy, he probably sounds like this or something. Little boy, we are in the 21st century. We need AR-15 in Joe Biden's country. You need one. Joe Biden sold us out to China and Russia just a matter of time before the attack. That's why Joe Biden wants to ban our guns. He's sold us all out. Little boy, you don't like AR-15s. Get off my Facebook, little boy. Okay, boomer. It's just a joke, or is it? Regardless of your stance, God, people are so desperate to be oppressed. It's just hilarious. I hope the atheists got ton of gifts to evolve out of nothing under their tree today. Wait, hold on. I hope the atheists got tons of gifts to evolve out of nothing under their tree. What is that? Hope they got tons of gifts to evolve out of nothing under their tree. What does that even mean? I'm genuinely confused. This domestic abuse billboard acknowledging that female abusers exist. She only hit me once. Abuse is abuse. Let's talk about it. It's true. But why did she hit him? That's what I want to know. What were the events that led up to her physical outburst? I don't know very many sane/mentally stable women just walking around punching their dude in the face for absolutely no reason, but I know dudes who become so obsessed with their lady that they look at them as their possession, and whenever said lady does anything said guy doesn't like, she'll be dealt with later. So you're saying it's alright for a woman to hit a man if the woman had a good reason for it? A lot of dumbass guys could say, oh, I had a reason for hitting my wife. Like, no, there is no good reason. It's still physical abuse and assault. So it turns out I was spiked last night. Every other night it's always something. Maybe surround yourself with better friends and stop acting so reckless. Wow. Some don't learn, man. I recently met this girl that's got like 5 different getting spiked/taken advantage of stories, but she doesn't change anything about her activities or surroundings or friend groups. It's kind of sad. I can't even wrap my head around this one. I've just been kind of sitting here thinking about what to say about this one, and yikes. Man, maybe you should change what you do if you don't want to get taken advantage of or spiked. Like, it's your fault. Like, wow, dude. Go f yourself. A person with a penis shouldn't even know what a tampon is. This is how you get people who veto bills to make personal products free because they think people can just hold it. Fastest way to become an ER doctor? Can I do it online? You have to go to medical school to be a doctor of any kind. Got along great with someone until I informed then you can't be a Democrat and a Christian. Libs are so confused. I think you're a little confused on how to type and spell. Obesity is sinful. Sure, there are unique biological exceptions, but for the vast majority of people, obesity is gluttony, self-obsession, and a serious and sinful lack of self-control. If you're Christian and also obese, it's something you must confront and overcome. It feels like every day there's something new that is a sin if you're Christian. You're a little big, you're a little chubby, you like food? Go to hell. Let's take a closer look at the red and white Canadian flag that you all so proudly show off. So it has a red maple leaf on it, right? And it is on a pure white backdrop, right? Now, why would a maple leaf be red? Why wouldn't our flag have a green maple leaf with a white backdrop? Doesn't make sense. Maybe it's a logo branding for a product? Perhaps it is a filleted baby and the pure white represents their innocence? Canada was the leading country in selling this product. Yep, makes sense to me. Nothing is random and innocent among these cabal parasites and their minions. Their creations symbolize their evil ways and deeds. I think you were onto something. Blank RE the symbology of the corporation's flag. Their symbols will be their downfall. These are just people in an echo chamber of stupid. It's just constantly bouncing all around. Alright, before I read this message, I gotta read this badass's description. MAGA. If you're a liberal and can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch, proudly followed by @Herschel Walker. I'm a pissed off American. You should consider knowing the difference between facts and opinions, Jack Nuts, before posting bullshit post. Joe Biden wasn't legally elected. Prove to me that he was, idiot. A couple Google searches ought to get you the information you need. A 5'7" man who is trying to drag the world into World War III was just named Person of the Year. I have no idea who the hell he's talking about. There is a cure for HIV and AIDS. His name is Jesus. There is a cure for lupus. His name is Jesus. There is a cure for diabetes. His name is Jesus. Well, when is he going to publish his research? How do you block fact checkers? I'm so sick of this crap popping up on everything. How about posting the truth? Yeah, what do you mean, how do you block fact checkers? Do you not want to know the truth? So damn tired of these people proving themselves right. I refuse to live how these climate freaks want me to. I will continue to gas up my 4x4 pickup, and I will continue to eat lots of beef. If you want my steak, my truck, or my guns, come and get them. America needs a superhero. I will be making a major announcement tomorrow. Thank you. I have absolutely no idea when this was or what it was for, but I really don't give. Rapid human cloning, 5 months to get to any age, exists and has been used since the 70s. There are many used in politics, Hollywood, etc. They can computer transfer memories. Biden is one. It doesn't mean the original is dead, but sometimes they are killed. It's about control. That's crazy. I would have thought if we had human cloning, we would have heard about it more. Wow, still love the globe. The Earth supposedly revolves around the sun at 66,600 miles per hour. Earth axis tilts at 66.6 degrees. The polar circles are located near the poles of the Earth at 66.6 degrees north and south latitude. A sphere has a 2/3 or 666 rate of curvature for applied measurement increment. Isaac Newton invented the farce of gravity in 1666. You know what's hilarious? Almost everything in this image is actually just wrong. It took me 2 seconds to type up these little factoids and prove them wrong. Don't think for 1 minute that Christmas, Hanukkah, and the Islam celebrations can mix. Yah hates mixture. It's either his way 100% or not. Choose you this day who you shall serve. I can't imagine how this picture hurts Elohim in his own country nonetheless, with Satan's star on top of Satan's obelisk. Coexist? X. Convert? Check. Stupid. I'd be honestly shocked if even 1 out of 10 restraining orders were justified. They hand them out like candy. It's only on TV you see women getting by the system for not filing an order as soon as they want custody. I've had at least 2 completely unjustified orders against me. They literally used a witness that was 30 miles away at the time. Family says I should get over it. I'll be over it when they start showing signs of acute radiation poisoning. Why would they get radiation poisoning? Every period of history had men who conquered the known world, men with undeniable superiority over their peers, names spoken across the globe. These men owned culture. Genghis Khan, Attila the Hun. You are witnessing the modern-day equivalent in his prime, Andrew Tate. That's hilarious. That is actually hilarious. Apple is evil. Their first computer went on sale for $666, and their logo is the apple from the Garden of Eden. Tells you everything you need to know. Well, this guy's wrong. It didn't sell for $666. It sold for $666.66. That makes 5 sixes. So, on a real note though, holy shit, that is expensive, and why that price? If you are an anti-MAGA American, you are unfaithful to your country. You don't want your country to be great. You might as well say you'd prefer someone else's spouse to yours. That makes no sense. Help! Found this dog on my way home tonight, just running around in a field behind my house. She doesn't have any tags, so please help me find her home. It was a little hard to get her in my car. She only bit me once, but she has calmed down now. Please share so we can find her owner. That is not a dog. Funny, there's never a crowd of lunatic protesters when a liberal shows up at a college campus to speak. Well, it's usually not liberals going around to college campuses pissing people off for no reason and just trying to cause a ruckus. Looking at you, Caitlin Poopy Pants Bennett. Sending unsolicited pics is now illegal in Texas and could result in a $500 fine. So ruin a young men's lives behind a pic, but breastfeeding in public is allowed, although it makes some people uncomfortable. People need thicker skin. Ugh, I know, I hate when women just come up to you and they're like, hey, check this out, and they flash their and start feeding their child right in front of you. I mean, it's disgusting. You know this guy's salty because he sends unsolicited pics and gets no responses and is probably hated by women. Sitting here wondering what the hell crabs has to do with diabetes. Insulin should never be something any person has to ration. Cut the crabs to 0 and no need for insulin in 6 months. Yeah, that is unrelated. Can't wait till Jay-Z and Beyonce get arrested for eating children? Eating children? Yeah, satanic rituals. Source? Wearing jeans is not a sin, but wearing ripped jeans, torn jeans, or crazy jeans is unacceptable in the sights of God. Does this God guy find anything cool and fun or fine? Is he alright? Pathetic. Trying to raise a grandchild here. I hope she does not see these pictures. You guys look like you're stars. They're kissing each other. They're just kissing each other. Reading books is for losers who are afraid to learn from life, so they try and learn from the life others have lived. But you never really learn unless you lived it. You must feel it to believe it. Books are a total waste of time. Education for cowards. I've got a really weird craving for Jerry's Pizza all of a sudden. How to make the perfect society. 0 diversity. No women's rights. The only rainbows come from the sun. No pork. No pork? Only normal or bigger sized hats. Mandated exercise and protein. Mandated tobacco consumption. Closed borders. No democracy, only fascism. 0 taxes. Miss anything? I mean, I'm down for 0 taxes, but I don't know about everything else. It has to be ironic, right? You have been lied to from birth. Name one disease cured by modern medicine and solved from the root cause without needing lifelong medications. I'll wait. I have no idea what you're trying to ask me. So accurate. Why, oh why, do I insist on staying in mom groups on Facebook? It's like a train wreck that you can't quite look away from. Can I have sex 3 days after having a baby? No, Tiffany, with an I. You have a gaping wound in your uterus the size of a ding-dang dinner plate. An infection is not worth the 13 minutes of disappointment. Well, I only waited a week because I stopped spotting. Congratulations, Patricia. But I assure you, you're not some superhuman with Wolverine-like healing abilities, and you just outed yourself as an actual moron. Should I feed my 3-month-old marshmallow fluff? I'm not even touching that one. My son burned his hand on my straightener that I left on while he was unsupervised because I was watching the new Selena Gomez music video. Does it look infected? It sure does, Aubriana, but hey, let's wait a week before going to a hospital just in case it turns necrotic. That will be even better in the description for the GoFundMe I'm going to see posted in this group for this very scenario. I have no idea what the hell you were just talking about. The nation of France turned against Christ many years ago. It is not a surprise they lost the World Cup final. A nation without faith cannot ever win at anything. I can't believe if you don't believe in or like Christ, then you're just a ass human being and you suck at everything. Soulless beings. Approximately 1/2 of the human beings on Earth are organic portals, soulless beings who keep real human beings in line with the Matrix-controlled system. Is this like a fan fiction you're writing, or... There are so many different versions of the multiverse where you could have actually mattered. You could have been important, like I am. Instead, you're an insignificant and forgettable nobody. Your ancestors fought to survive only to birth your failure. They hate you. Well, Andrew, you know, I don't know how I'm going to be remembered in the future, but if there's one thing I do know, you will be remembered as that guy who got arrested for human trafficking a day after getting roasted by someone on Twitter and then flexing the fact that you bought a pizza in a video. So you are not forgettable, but you are a nobody. Breaking. Donald Trump's tax returns reveal that he wrote off the payment he made to Stormy Daniels. Okay, so what? What is your point? This is not news. I realize Trump might have hurt your feelings, but it's a personal thing between him and his wife and Stormy the exotic dancer? Prostitute? Spy flowers. My neighbor has this flower peeking into my backyard. I couldn't get close enough to see if there's a camera hidden inside. Is this even legal? I don't know, look it up. Is it legal to plant sunflowers? If anyone sees these on the shelf in your local grocery or convenience stores, don't buy them. They're cans of carbonated and flavored water. If you check their website, they market how they place a curse in every can and boast of the many customers who sold their souls to their company. Not that anyone can actually sell their soul. Seriously, check the website. I've seen this product everywhere I've been this last year. Mariano's, Jewel, Whole Foods, Ace Hardware, pictured below, Kroger's, etc. Curses are not to be taken lightly. I know I sound insane, but who's actually insane? The one warning about it or the one marketing it openly? Just stay away from these products, or if you have them in your homes, dispose of them. Elon Musk. Yeah, if someone is keen to have fewer humans on Earth, they should start with themselves. Hey, practice what you preach, man. How to win any court case. A little bit more on the method. The court method in court. This is the iteration method when facing any action in one of their courts. You make these 3 iterations as your only replies. Your Honor, for and on the record of this court, I am a living man. The blood flows and the flesh lives, and I wish for remedy. He will have to get up and leave the courtroom when he comes back. 2. Your Honor, just to reiterate, for and on the record of this court, I am a living man. The blood flows and the flesh lives, and I wish for cure and relief. He will have to exit again or dismiss outright. Most judges will dismiss at this point rather than risk the consequences of a final confrontation. But if he comes back a 3rd time, you reiterate. 3. Your Honor, to reiterate, for and on the record of this court, I am a living man, the blood flows and the flesh lives, and we are autonomous. Nothing stands between myself and the divine creator of all that is. And there is the final end of the nightmare. He has no further recourse, no other jurisdiction to exercise, and he has to exit permanently. That is estoppel through either concealment or silence, which means it's time for the best bit. You then hand the clerk your bill of particulars, which presents your fees with bank details. Update. It is all important as to whom, not a what. You charge your fees against, you must hit the man-woman who is acting in the capacity of a what as a clerk of the court, judge, prosecutor, or whomever. Just make sure it's a living flesh and blood man, male, female. The CPS may try to set up another case and the clerk may attempt to sign another judge, but running afoul in canon law leaves them liable for all they do. Who knew you could get away with any crime by just saying 3 little phrases? It's been decades since anyone has heard about Denzel since he was blacklisted. Love this guy. Probably why Hollywood blacklisted him. He came out loving Jesus. Everyone knows the people that run Hollywood don't believe in Jesus, and when actors support him, they get vicious. I'd rather stand with God and be condemned by the world than to stand with the world and be condemned by God. Denzel Washington. One goddamn Google search shows that Denzel is still doing movies and in Hollywood. He's not been blacklisted, I'm pretty sure. Transvestigators are crazy. Margot Robbie is trending. This is a dude. You can see that, right? Yeah, if Margot Robbie is a dude, then I got big news for my family this Thanksgiving. When your car stops halfway home because the chip inside detected that you have used your monthly allowance of gasoline, remember that it started with a mask and a shot, and you complied. Shut the fuck up. Why even ask if you're gonna deny the answer? What happened to his slow, incoherent speech? He had a stroke that affected his ability to speak. He has recovered from the stroke and recovered his speaking ability. No, he didn't. Fascism isn't real. It's a made-up term for liberals to distance themselves from their crimes. Fascism is just a radical liberalism. Name a single thing fascists did that liberals haven't done. ND senator who called for long-term mRNA damage study killed in freak plane crash. I love paying hidden service fees. He's so embarrassing. Concert tickets are hard enough to get. You shouldn't have to pay surprise service fees on top of that. My administration is working to crack down on those junk fees so you know what you are paying for up front. Yeah, embarrassing is an understatement. I hate when people try to save me money. Also, yeah, can we please get rid of online convenience fees? Like, what does that even mean? Everyone uses it online now. My team is going to try to keep companies from ripping you off. How dare you? Somebody make it make sense. Tell me you've never been up close to a woman without telling me you've never been up close to a woman. This dude will go first. Can you explain to me why the hell Alloy has a beard? Why do they care so much, and why is Elon pushing this shit into my notifications? I caught some heavy news today. My son has decided to share with me that he's actually a pirate. He's known since he was 9. I've decided that we will consult with a surgeon in the morning to see what options we have going forward. One leg and one eye must go so he can feel like he was born in the right body. I must respect his choices. Just kidding, I kicked him in the shin, poked him in the eye, and asked if he was sure about that. No tiny humans were harmed in the making of this tweet. So like, was that like a joke? What's the punchline? I ate a banana earlier and an apple tonight. I am very worried that it could literally kill me. My body has never had fruit or vegetables, and I fear it will not handle them well. I've had fewer than 25 servings of fruit and fewer than 25 servings of vegetables the last 25 years. I wanted to try and make a small change as I am not getting where I want to be. I did have a ribeye steak tonight. It didn't taste as good after the apple. I want to look like I am 22 years old again. My dating range is like 19 to 23-year-olds. It has been a drought the last 3 years for Ed Blank. I also bought about 6 grapes that I haven't eaten yet. What's the point of this post? Oh, I ate fruit tonight and it made me feel like shit. I mean, are you looking for sympathy? You trying to find someone to date? I don't get it. You mentioned your dating range. I don't know, man. If I charge, follow me. If I retreat, kill me. If I die, avenge me. This is the code I live by. If you have a problem with it, unfollow me. Every enemy's worst fear. Every daughter's wet dream. From cradle to the grave. I'm a living nightmare. I'm a United States Marine. True story. I just got back from a party. A female at my job apparently doesn't have friends, invited all her coworkers, including me, to a house gathering. She kept pushing me to go to her party because she knew I was an introvert. We all went. There were 15 females and 4 guys at the party. The whole time I was playing my iPad game Risk. The other guys were just talking to other guys about the game. Not one of us tried to hook up with any chick. All the females sat and just watched us guys doing our own thing. One of the females said, "This party is lame." I smiled to myself. I left early though. She really wanted a crazy party. Too bad. This was today. I'm mentioning this because a lot of men are no longer waking up. They are awake. 2020s is truly the age of MGTOW, whatever the hell that means. Any similar experience? Hashtag red pill, hashtag passport bros, hashtag men lives matter, hashtag sigma male. This dude just basically said, hey everyone, don't invite me to your parties because I call women females, and also I don't actually participate in the party and I just play a fucking video game. Like, what? Can't imagine anything gayer than 2 men in a car. Drive alone or with a woman. Are you really that insecure with your masculinity? Are you that scared of being gay? Oh, I've already had enough. I'm sick of Taylor Swift. So you wrote an article about her. It's not rocket science. This is the design that an airplane needs to reach a top speed of Mach 3.2. So if you believe this thing is able to reach a maximum speed of Mach 23, you are not thinking clearly. Despite my hesitation, I decided to take the girls to our local library and let them peruse. Well, I won't be doing that again unless some major changes happen at Scottsboro Public Library. Blank wanted to pick out a book to practice reading this week, and like any child her age, picked one out that was on display in the children's section and had a fun cover image. Here's the child's book. Absolutely terrible. John Lennon, Imagine. What is the problem with it? It's a bird. It's a bird on a book. What's the issue? How would libertarian libraries work? Easy. You go to cheap private school and you steal. So I'm a libertarian. I would prefer we didn't have taxpayer libraries in the first place, then we wouldn't have this problem. How would libraries exist? Either they'd be private or we would just have bookstores or ebooks or the internet. Growing up, my dad took me to the bookstore in the mall every Saturday, and I would often spend hours in there. 99% of the time, we didn't buy anything. Never needed a taxpayer library, not to mention my private school, which wasn't even $300 a month, would provide anything I needed for it. Nowadays, there's YouTube and other things for everything. I just switched careers to software development using it and other online tools for free or cheap. You don't need daddy government to provide a library. Edit. There are also several municipalities that contract library services to private companies like they do with other public services or utilities like trash pickup, lights, water, etc. Of course, this isn't ideal either because it's still a government-sanctioned monopoly and controlled by the government. Foreign languages are hard. Joe Biden's social team is so incompetent they can't even spell Zelensky's name right. I'm sure it's spelled correctly on that $325 million check. Slavic women's last names almost always end with an A. I'm concerned for my mom. If you believe in the science of masks, but not the science of life beginning at conception, then you do not believe in science. You believe in a political ideology. Anyone feeling late-stage empire vibes? Watching the Roman Empire collapse again, but with Wi-Fi and memes this time. They're coming for IVF. What do you or your faith tradition think of IVF? Is IVF a sin? Why or why not? Also name your faith group if you'd like. Biggest concern for those of us who are pro-life is that IVF usually results in multiple eggs being fertilized and the leftovers being destroyed. To many of us, that is murder. Science is neat. Adoption is beautiful. That's not how evolution works. It's not evolution, it's theory of evolution. On one hand, they say it took millions of years to evolve from one to another, but can't accept if we accept their theory, women also come under evolution. There's no human on Earth who's million years old. Why am I saying that? It's because if we accept this theory, man require millions of years to evolve into women, and because no human man is this million old, so evolution of man into women can never happen. Even if it happens, one species requires its female male to produce children. You know, maybe Twitter shouldn't be a free service. Republican politicians scared of young voters and Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is going to mess up this whole election. The Democrats view this one as too important. She has gotten 2 million kids to register in the last couple of weeks. She'll be talking them into voting D at some point later in time. It's entirely sad that anyone cares for who this woman tells them to vote for. I wouldn't take her recommendation on a restaurant, let alone president of the greatest country in the world. Republican moms should be refusing to pay for her indoctrination of their children via concerts and merch. Actually, they should have done so a long time ago. I have never and will never give this far leftist a dime. So funny how when, like, a big popular figure tells people, hey, you have a voice, go register to vote, you know, you can change things, they get so scared. If there's anything they don't want, it's the young people getting the old out. So he now knows more than Lockheed Martin and Boeing when it comes to designing aircraft. On numerous occasions, I told the Air Force and Lockheed Martin that the F-35 fighter jet is, in effect, defective because it only has one engine. They told me that the engine is so good and reliable that it will never break down. I said that's not possible. Everything breaks down at one time or another. Just look at crooked Joe Biden. You need redundancy. You need 2 engines. No high-cost modern-day plane should have only one engine. Well, an F-35 fell out of the sky yesterday. Here we go again. I also recommended to bad maintenance Boeing that they should not lengthen the unattractive, fat, and slow 737 to get a larger plane. They should go instead to an updated, fast, beautiful, and sleek 757, the praying mantis. It is commercial pilots' favorite plane to fly. Had they listened to me years ago, they wouldn't have had the disaster known as the 737 MAX. Those 2 horrible tragedies would have never happened. As they say, Trump was right about everything. Thank you. Man, you know someone's a psychopath when they say, well, as they say, I'm right all the time. I am the chosen one. Kels kneeled for the anthem in 2017, endorses Pfizer and Bud Light, and dates Taylor Swift. Pretty soon he will be doing a podcast with Kaepernick, asking reporters to refer to him as he, him, and throwing a Super Bowl watch party with Dylan Mulvaney. Dude is a woke clown. And you sound like you're obsessed with him. Man, a lot of right-wing white dudes that look like Travis are mad as hell because Travis doesn't act like they do. This may be the most batshit account. Salma Hayek, arrested, military tribunal, executed, crimes against humanity, Androchrome, age 36 years old through 52 years old. Hashtag the storm has arrived. What the f*** are you talking about? What? She has since deleted this. To all those preparing for the solemn day of Yom Kippur, I wish you a meaningful fast. Gamar Kazuma Tova. Ah yes, the Chanukya that we definitely light on Yom Kippur. Definitely. Apologies if I said any of that wrong, by the way. Old and busted, flat earth, new hotness, super giant ancient trees. Super giant ancient trees are so fun to think about. I really like the idea that trees used to be huge and the trees we have now are just little moss leaflets. Now imagine the size of the being who cut it down and left the petrified tree stump. Seatbelts are for the woke! And somehow we did it with two-wheel rear drive, no anti-lock brakes, non-positraction, no traction control on bias ply tires vehicles, and it was no big deal until people got killed and injured, and we just realized, hey, maybe this shit isn't safe. The streetlights make the lucifrays in your veins slightly glow. What's with the new eerie blue lights they are replacing instead of the old yellow ones in blank BC? It has to do with luciferase that's in the jabs. You can literally see it in people's veins. Wow, so if a jabbed person stands under there, will I see anything? You'll see their veins slightly glow because the jab has luciferase. These purple lights have been popping up all over North America, and they claim they're purple due to defective LEDs, which is pure horseshit. As a person who has used LED lights for years, I can tell you that's not how they work. If an LED is defective, it glows less bright. They don't change color. These purple lights are intentionally installed. I think it has to do with 5G. Jesus Christ, are we still on that? I've seen various theories, including the ability to see luciferase in the jabbed. This lights work with 5G. They have microphones and 360-degree facial recognition technology. They can also detect a lot more. They're starting to install them in my town. Your township will tell you they're a manufacturing defect. Do not believe that. So they can see who's vaxxed. They glow under these lights. Luciferase, SP detectors, jabs, and 5G is what I've heard. They are black lights to see if you've been needles. So the luciferase is visible. Those COVID test swabs shoved it in. Maybe the mark of the beast in the forehead, perhaps. I'm getting a fucking migraine reading this shit. It blows my mind that there are this many people who are just... It's like a circle jerk of like making it up because it's fun, I guess. If it is a secret, how do they have all these numbers? New, Biden's DHS has a secret program allowing illegal migrants to choose from 43 U.S. cities via an app, purchase airline tickets, and arrive discreetly on ghost flights directly from their native countries. Over 210,000 foreign nationals have been processed since January via the CBP-1 app. Come volunteer for first 5 hours and then we'll talk from there. Crumble cookies. Blank is hiring urgently for our overnight shift. Start as early as tonight if you're available. 12 a.m. to 5 a.m., $18 hourly, Monday through Friday, Saturday night off. Responsibilities: prep baked items for the morning crew, clean various surfaces and stations, take out the trash, vacuum and mop the floor. Please note that before you are officially hired, you must complete a trial shift. A trial shift is an unpaid shift where we assess if you can do the job, and also a chance for you to see what this shift entails. Once the shift is over, you can then tell me if you want the job or not. This hiring model was created to avoid going the various paperwork stages and required training, just to realize at the end of it all that you don't want the job, wasting my time and yours. So if you really want to work this shift, come volunteer first for 5 hours and then we'll talk from there. Sounds to me like you're a lazy fucking employer who also doesn't care about their employees, so like why would anyone want to do anything for you? Take that fist and shove it. Chiefs game wasn't first Taylor Swift Travis Kelce date, very private. Is Taylor Swift perhaps a trans agent placed by LGBT government? Old woman on left would be perfect companion for a gay. What the fuck are you talking about? They are literally writing gay fanfic and they don't even know. Yeah, like what the hell is the LGBT government? I have a lot of LGBTQ plus friends and I've never heard of this government. Oh, what? These people are insane. Yup. What rhymes with climate change? Bullshit. That doesn't rhyme, you moron. I'm not sure what point he's trying to make. So I hate political posts. Yeah, so you're gonna make one. But went down the online rabbit hole early today. Between Obama and Biden, they have appointed 57 four-star generals. For perspective, there have only been 256 four-star generals in all of U.S. history. Since George Washington, yes, he was the first, only became a 5-star posthumously. The father of USA was dead when he became a 5. Let that That's it for an active abuse of power. Do men like this seriously exist? Say what you want, but I've never had to pay to piss in Canada or the US. What if they poop in it? Women can't differentiate what's coming when they start pushing, as far as I know. Only men have it separated. What are you talking? What? I need context. I don't even know if that would help, but they can kiss my GA peach. All they will hear through my unopened front door is show me a warrant, and if you don't have one, please put all correspondence in writing. You already have my email. FJB. Breaking. Biden has ordered the FBI to make unannounced home visits to Trump supporters nationwide. Over 100,000 such knock and talk visits have occurred. The FBI agents say you haven't done anything wrong yet. We just want to talk. Is this a form of voter intimidation? I'm gonna go ahead and assume that that's not happening.
Spoken like a true lab rat. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here with fully intact human DNA, sipping on some iced tea, waiting to buy you cheap real estate. Fun fact, Cougar just bought his first house, baby, only $50,000. I didn't have all the money. Apparently, the majority isn't interested in Brokeback Buzz Lightyear. Hey, I enjoyed Buzz Lightyear. What's even weirder is Pocahontas married John Rolfe. I don't know if I pronounced that, I don't care. They had a son named Thomas. Why does he look exactly like Jesus? Notice he was born in James City. City reminds me of Haiti. Just saying, his mother great-grandmother was Jane Boyling. Wonder if Boyling links to Boyling. What are you even talking about? When we take power, we will make one last Marvel movie. At the end of this movie, all the Marvel heroes and also Mickey Mouse, Star Wars, and Harry Potter will be gunned down in a bloody massacre. All adult fans will be forced to watch. It will all be official canon. I'm okay with this, actually. I've had enough of Marvel movies, man. They're the same thing every time. Bro, did you even see Episode 8? They already did. Remember when Star Wars was a Christian sci-fi space opera? No, I don't ever remember that. Let's keep going. I didn't have an issue with a female lead. This was already what was planned, so I had no qualms when 7, repetitive but cute, but I felt the disturbance in the Force. What are you talking about? It's just a movie about lasers. Just go watch it and shut up. I was wondering, do you think God allowed Ojo to fall off his bike to protect that little girl from getting sniffed? LOL. What's weird is God appoints the leaders. Yeah, that's true, but the people wouldn't need leaders if they would just follow God. But nope, we could be at the foot of the mountain and actually hear his voice and still want a man to rule over us. Listen, I thought it was funny that Joe Biden fell over. I'm just saying. He just went like, oh, crash. Concealed carry would never go to movie theater anyway, but if I did, it would be armed and I have a permit before some lib comments. Hey man, you have your gun rights as long as it's safe and respectful. Who really cares? Just don't go flaunting it. I am all for welcoming PO to the United States that abide by the rules and come here legally to continue. Went to the DMV, and if not for the employees, I would has that I had time travel to South America, wondering if some late night Biden flights have been making stops in India. What are you talking about? Can you please fix your English there, bud? I'm illiterate and dyslexic, but even I couldn't read that. My toddler gets 2 eggs almost every morning, scrambled in butter and heavy cream. She loves eggs. There is more nutrition in one of these than there is in any plant food. Hey dog, you took the healthiness of the egg when you rolled it in butter and cream and ruined it. Forget the stolen generation. What about the forgotten generation? Age, prison, has shame on all levels of government. Okay, Graham, here, take your forget-me medication. Yeah. I agree with 100%. It's basically of mouthy females like the Kylie girl that I'm all for human trafficking, because it puts mouthy females in the place. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Did this person just say they're all for human trafficking because of Kylie Jenner? I can't even finish this. No, I'm moving on. This is sick and gross. What's that, boss? Oh, I gotta finish it. Alright then. Now I do believe it's wrong, but it should be for those who deserve it. I feel bad for those women who are kind and decent people who end up trafficked, but for the ones who are mean, that have a mouth like that Kylie girl, they deserve it. I say this because I've dealt with a lot of mouthy females that want to make a situation worse instead of diffusing the situation. The fact that 6 people like this is kind of disgusting. I hope they like that ironically. Living with anemia for 13 years. Self-healing determination is hell, but still struggling and I never talk about it. Found out today that it is not like iron because I'm RH. Frustrating how little information is available about RHs, which taking iron made me feel worse, so I stopped taking it. Y'all, it's a lack of copper. I have a copper-based Copper-based blood. I lost it. I'm sorry. Jake Shields. I can't believe there's so many guys out there who will let their girl wear a sports jersey with another man's name on it. The comments in this full of beta guys that have no idea how girls' psychology works. The kind of guys who think pretend to be a feminist will get them laid. All right, then, Jake Shields, I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you have a blue check mark. So do I, buddy. Ethical nurses don't wear fake fingernails. We don't administer unethical orders, and we ask questions. What are you talking about? What's wrong with fingernails? Soon, you will have to choose between food and fuel, but at least you can see pretty colors when you poop. I kind of want one of these, I'm not gonna lie. Look at how fancy it is. When is enough enough? Their reprobate movement is quickly gaining speed. So is our Lord's swift return in judgment. LGBT, lettuce, cucumber, bacon, tomato. Dude, it's just a sandwich. Calm down, buddy. Just calm down. Won't be visiting there. Another money grab infringement on our freedoms. Last thing I want to deal with after driving 9 hours to escape Nazi New Jersey is cops on the trails. I always wear a helmet by choice, and I've come across the officers in the pickup that check your permit and move on. But now you're doing cooler checks and nitpicking about helmets. Give me a break. These are money grabs. How long before you ruin it all with overregulating? Dude, just ride your motorcycle and wear a helmet and you don't get pulled over. It's that simple. Christians against the Buzz Lightyear for a 2-second kiss. Grrr. Crazy, as soon as the depth case ended, we had shortages, heat waves, and other crap. It's all planned and we're just along for the ride. I can't wait to see where this goes, but let's get back to it. The cows dying isn't from a heat wave. It's from toxins, planes flying into buildings and companies. Russia built technology where they can control a plane remotely. They are all flying planes into manufacturing plants, destroying our economy. Everything happens for a reason. When Obama and Joe were in office, they were making deals with Big Pharma and other companies. People like Pelosi gets huge money for killing off families. Everything happens for a reason. What if I told you there is no food shortage? It's a purge of all the toxic food and chemicals. All the foods you eat cause cancer, dementia, diabetes, and more. Everything happens for a reason. This has been Everything Happens with a Reason with your host, Insane Facebook User. Diesel prices so high, truckers taking off truck parts to make their trucks lighter for better MPG. It's all designed for depopulation. They want you dead. Wake up. Alright, I've woken up and I don't see your logic. My promise to my kids, I am not your friend. I am your mother. I will stalk you, flip out on you, lecture you, drive you insane, be your worst nightmare, and hunt you down like a bloodhound. When needed because I love you. When you understand that, I will know you are a responsible adult. You will never find someone who loves, prays, and cares and worries about you more than I do. I mean, that's just kind of thing. Trying to give us all experimental gene-altering shots, trying to take away our gender, trying to tell us it's cool to implant technology inside our bodies. There is a force which is literally trying to turn us non-human. And I can't fathom how anyone can't see that by now, man. The lizard's got a chip in my dick. Great video. Recently, I've heard someone talk about a mysterious hum in many places around the earth. It has been supposedly recorded, and many believe it's some indication of the apocalypse. I would love a video treating the subject about the hum really is so that people know that there's a scientific explanation. It's called electricity feedback. Same. I want to be hugged by Jesus. Debbie G. Can't wait for this day. Big ol' hug from the man upstairs. I made my steering wheel full of cleansing energy. Now every time I drive, I vibe up and my car gets a love charge as well. I'm doing my entire car interior with crystals. I can't wait for you to get into an accident and you get a love crystal to the brain. If I book an Airbnb for my home birth, do I have to tell the owners? I've been doing that and all have told me no, so I'm at loss. Update. A close friend of mine said I'm more than welcome to do my home birth at her home, since it's only her and her 1-year-old. Thank you ladies for all the comments. Why don't you just do it in your own house? Oh, because it's gross? Yeah, maybe go to a hospital. I have a room for rent that is a combination of camping and cabana. Very cute glamping spot. Glamorous camping features a Vegas-style gazebo and big screen TV with hundreds of Roku channels. Refrigerator, dresser, propane, powered fire table. You immediately feel right at home. I live on a house on the property. The rent is $600 per month and includes electric, Wi-Fi, trash services. Move-in is first and last. I can prorate your rent so that move-in is affordable. It is a commercial property that is fenced in. There is a porta potty on premise and the shower in the house is available for guests. Maximum of 2 guests, small dog considered. Peaceful, safe environment. Please call. I mean, dude, this is if there's AC there for $600 and it's got a fridge, This isn't California. I'm kinda down for this, homie.
Today is Father's Day. Also, Juneteenth. Was Father's Day way before? Sorry. Juneteenth has been a thing since 1865. Father's Day was established in 1910 and invented by a greeting card company. There's a moth inside my booth, and it's on my computer screen, and oh God, it's gone! I can't find it. Me at Target trying to understand how 2 plus 3 plus 1 came to a total of $287.30. Hey, dummy, it's the taxes to pay for all those illegal immigrants, future Democrat voters, storming across our southern borders. It's so crazy. I thought that I was fully gay until I detoxified from arson and started eating organ meats. So true. Oh my God. Try high meat. Put some cut up liver in a jar, air it out every once in a while, leave it either in the fridge or room temp for a month or longer. The bacteria is amazing for the gut. Oh dear God, this person's gonna kill themselves. Asian women and white men go together like peanut butter and jelly because it's not a big culture shock because white men don't have much culture. I rarely see Asian women go with Hispanic or black men. Actually, I can name 2 Asian women right now that are married to white men. White men don't normally go for black women and Latina women because they have high attitudes, and Asian women are known to be more humbled for their surroundings. Oh God, the moth is back. I found it. Sorry, it attacked my phone screen this time. The crushing of the Hungarian counter-revolution was justified. Okay then, and I'm sure a monarchy standing for thousands of years is totally justified also. He'd probably be jabbed. I will never fly if the pilot has had the jab. I love the story of the kids who wanted to see a movie that had just one little thing in it that was bad, but their dad wouldn't let them. They thought it was so unfair to judge a whole movie over a small part. Dude, it's just Buzz Lightyear. I'm not reading all this. No, it's just a movie. Go see it. It's a decent film, even though, they should have brought old Buzz's voice back. Happy Father's Day to the dads who stood up for their children and refused to let them be poisoned, mutilated, and corrupted by the medical mafia. Heroes, each one of you are. Jesus, you got 2.4K likes on this. That's a lot of insane people. Give that man all y'all support. Real, recognize real. Why'd he do it? Never ask why, just respect his decision. Never ask why somebody killed somebody else, just respect it and move on. Listen to yourself, so killing somebody for no reason should just be okay. Whatever death come, there's always a reason, brah. God don't make mistakes. A lot of folks live with plenty of holes. We can't stop death from taking no one. A woman doesn't care how she seduced you to get you to sleep with her. Once you accept to sleep with her, you're responsible for whatever outcomes afterwards. You're foolish if you expect the woman you slept with to think like you. You slept with her, and that's all that matters. Woman will always guilt trip you after sex. You're in for it. Sure. I can attest, I've never had a partner. It's all about your microbiome. I eat old stuff, even gray fuzzy strawberries, and I feel great. I also take a lot of herbs like oregano oil, though. How are these people still alive? Oh, stupidity's hard to kill? Okay. I purchased my house recently, 6 months, and am concerned that housing prices will drop. When they do, who do I contact to get my principal lowered? Will the realtor or the bank give me the refund on the difference? Sorry, but it doesn't work that way. No one will lower your principal. Why not? If my house goes down, I should be refunded the difference. No, dog, it don't work like that. Reminder, a perfect man is boring. She wants a man she can't control. True. Also, what she says she wants is completely opposite of what she truly wants/needs. I want a nice guy who listens to everything I say. Translate to, I wish I was with a bad boy that every snitch wants who doesn't do a thing I ask him to do. Yeah, mate, I'm a real bad boy. I wear whitey tighty. I don't know where I was going with that joke. Never hand over your authority to someone else. Just like private property, nobody's going to care for it the way you do. I mean, that kinda is true, I guess. They are working and doing what Bill Gates and his mates want the shots to do. People are dying at an alarming rate. It's word I can't say on YouTube, and it's working. Sure, buddy. Yeah, please just get off Facebook. The official sports drink when I was a kid. LOL, no stussy little boys in Gatorade anymore over just as it water mode, but shut up and spell correctly. Women tend to be selfish, self-centered, but these traits are needed for our family nucleus. Hence, women don't make good leaders for society, nor do they innovate much. Aw, did mommy not give you enough attention, you grown-ass baby man? Crying hard because he's telling the truth. You need some food, kid? Oh, just a little man. Oh, look at how cute the little wiener man is. In the 1995 Collector Illuminati card game called The Imposter. Yes, Joe Biden. Scary. In days of old, the sailors used filtered seawater for transfusions. Yes, some blood may go to hospitals, but after Pizzagate, etc., you've got to ask yourself where the blood really goes. I'm just saying. Go away, Orange Cheeto Man. You're not president anymore. but I have very big hands. Okay.
It's a buckle.
How will the masses know we're worshiping Satan? Easy. We're going to put a pentagram on your devil suit. I don't even watch the halftime show, but that just looks like more of a Star of David than a pentagon. I'm just saying, there's 6 points there. Your child age 6 before public education.
I love Minions, America, and Jesus. Your child age 7 after 1 year of public education. Forward thinking, comrades, I have mustache.
What do you mean age 7? What 7-year-old grows a mustache? Give me one good reason why 18-year-olds should be allowed to vote. I can't think of any because it keeps boomers like you out of office even though we don't actually go to vote, so you still get reelected. Woman wears nice clothes. Detective Superintendent Rebecca Smith seems to be using Nicole Bully's disappearance as an excuse to showcase her toned physique, who wears a sleeveless dress in February. To those who say, does it matter what people wear to work? Yes, it does when they are police officers. Who cares? Look at those cannons she got on her arms, baby. A livable wage. That's just nonsense. Pay more? I don't know. Some of y'all kill me with this. We deserve more money. Newsflash, fast food is not a career. Those jobs are for high school kids, college kids, and people retired who want a part-time job. Do you realize how stupid that sounds? You are never going to make a decent living making pizza. Go back to school, learn a trade, get yourself some training, come back and try again. Now, don't get me wrong. With inflation, we do need a cost of living raise of minimum wage, but y'all act like y'all deserve $4 an hour to flip a burger. In all fairness, $40 an hour to flip a burger is a little outrageous. At least give them $35, though. I want you to guess if I'm joking or not. The perfect diet has one hard rule. Eat real food, not food like substances. You can find a donut in nature. Nope. You can find Okay, Markham. Yeah, I will eat apples because I can find them in nature. But the ingredients for donuts I find in nature, though. Unpopular opinion, menstruation edition. Women aren't even supposed to have menstrual cycles. This is your womb cleansing itself monthly from all the acidic... sorry guys, my brain cells are dying. I am not reading any more of this. I got there and I'm done. Diamond meteorite for sale. Yes. 17.7 million. Damn. Oh, damn. That's definitely not like just a piece of pumice or something. Nah, dude. I'm totally buying that. People like the one in red procreate and vote. It's time for the far right to understand they can't beat Gen Z. How anti-democracy of you, but you should vote because it is anti-democracy that 9-year-olds can't vote. Same argument that... Oh, my boy. 9-year-olds shouldn't be allowed to vote. We'd have a fire truck as president. Granted, that'd probably be better than anyone we have recently. 21% of the people in the entire state live in Chicago. Illinois has always been a mostly red state, save Chicago and a handful of other countries. This is why the Electoral College is so important. Do you want CA, New York, and a couple other states deciding elections for the rest of the country? Learn from our misery. That's because Chicago's the only populated place in there, buddy. I'm not the only one, but you know what I mean. Butthole behavior. Some mornings I like to pop into Tesco and switch the cardboard sleeves around on these just for fun. Okay, that's kind of really messed up, but also kind of funny. Man who believes Trump is still president pays to do a meet and greet with Trump and then tells his Facebook followers that he explained to Trump how he's still president. Look how the real CIC... I can't. The second I saw his hat, I thought I could read this. I just can't. And his name is 1776 Nation. My God. The Siggy Flicker is a word in this paragraph. You're closing for lunch? Frick you. I was at CVS yesterday. The pharmacy fence was being lowered, but I made it to the register without ducking, simply walking quickly. I said, whoa, just in time to scoop up my RX before y'all go to lunch. I had a smile on my face and a few Valentine gifts to ring up with my prescription that they refused to give me. 3 CVS pharmacy employees, including the esteemed pharmacist, said, nope, we're at lunch. I guaffed, I don't know if that's a word, and said, look, I made it into your register before you closed the fence/gate thing. I'm sure one of you 3 can ring me up, please. No, they said. Somewhere deep inside me, I exclaimed, frick you, bloody, out loud. Not my fondest moment. I then saw the CVS manager, Dave. He shrugged his shoulders. No apologies from anyone who is an employee. People are allowed to take lunch breaks, dude. Maybe it's because they're understaffed, because no one wants to get a job at CVS. God knows why. It's CVS, bro. There's totally futures there, but like... let people take lunch. Come back. I don't care if it's your lunch break. Come back after work. They made Snow White not white. Think about that for a second. Just get off your high horses and your pedestals and let that sink in. The only characters that haven't been race change or orientation change are white villains. You can pretty much remove those air quotes. Let one sink in. I've seen a black kingpin and a female Starbuck and a white Otho and a flamboyant gay Sherlock Holmes. My reaction drained from that's awesome too. Who cares? But you know what absolutely none of those fictional characters was? An attack on anyone. And if your reaction to any fictional character is to freak the frick out so much you want to burn the Constitution over it, you need your head examined. The character's name is Snow White. What do you think the character's name is, Snow White? Don't be willfully ignorant. 'Cause she's white as snow. That's why. God bless America. That's what someone's going to say down below. Oh, boy. In Illinois, called blank properties, we often clean affordable rentals of varying degrees all across Freeport. Rental prices vary from $400 to $900 depending on the building. We offer a month-to-month rental agreement or a one-year lease. However, you must sign an agreement that you will never call a building inspector. We expect all repair services to remain between us and the tenants. We offer yard work services for an extra $15 a month. We also have a tree trimming business. Any prospective tenants who are interested, please contact... Bro. However, if you are a poor, black, gay, liberal, trans, or get government assistance, then do not apply because you will be denied. I think at some point people just forgot people are people and we all deserve a little bit of compassion. What is wrong with you? You don't deserve compassion. Victim, in quotes. This one's going to be good, I can already tell. An established and complete woman. A victim of feminism. Men I've warred myself out to. Good for you, girl. That's a high body count. Keep that rising. If that's what you like in life, do it. I don't care. Shaking hands with a woman is like shaking hands with a child. It seems artificial and vaguely patronizing. The handshake was designed as a greeting between men to show that your sword hand was empty. What if it was a woman? Some women were knights like Joan of Arc. Was she? I don't know history. Calm down. Shake someone's hand. Don't. It's germ-filled. Yuck. Global warming is a hoax. In 1948, when Al Gore was born, Earth had 130,000 glaciers. Today, just 75 years later, only 130 glaciers remain. What are you talking about, my dude? What? You are not born black. You are not born lesbian, gay, black, transgender. It is a sin to live as an LGBT, and the B stands for black. Oh my God, I freaking can't do it, guys. I'm losing this battle. The robotic dances of the Atomic Heart without having a face transmit more femininity and sensuality than any female character on PlayStation. Bravo for the studio's bravery in creating them. I can't anymore. Stop making me read these posts. Breastfeeding and getting a black eye in return. Pet store manager is sacked after threatening to punch breastfeeding mother and their babies for whipping their boobs out in front of her kids in angry Facebook posts. I'm not sorry. The next female that tries to whip her boob out to breastfeed in front of my kids will get a black eye. Move that baby because I'll punch it too. Do you think the baby can bounce off the boob and get a second black eye? I'm sorry, I gotta make a joke out of this level of stupidity. One thing to keep in mind about Chelsea Handler is that she has actually had 3 children. Oh, really? But she murdered all of them. Oh, that's not good. That's why she so desperately justifies her childlessness. Her freedom was purchased with the blood of her own children. You need to see a therapist. He's been in jail multiple times for driving drunk. Yes, the cops are the pieces of poop. Every time I see a cop that's got someone pulled over, I hope that person either shoots the cop or the cop steps out into traffic and gets scrambled. Get a real job, you piece of poop. I mean, it takes a pretty brave person to be a cop, at least a just one. I know people don't like cops these days, but some of them are good. They can't stop the 4 goats. Let's see. In jail. I think he's out now. Not being president, lost his entire company, and running Twitter into the ground. Hallelujah. The goats. This was posted seriously in a conservative Facebook page. Tragically, the Ferris wheel malfunctioned. Her only hope of survival was help from a superhero. This diet really does taste like a regular Coke. But sadly, due to his conservative learnings, Spider-Man had been canceled. What is he being canceled from? Drinking a Diet Coke? Also, another thing, really quick. If you fall from that height, I don't think you're gonna die. You might break both your legs, but that is at most 20 feet. I remember Jesus telling his followers to never pay more for ice cream. 1.75 quarts of ice cream, this equals $43 per gallon. It is time to wake up. It is only going to get worse before it gets better. Time for the church to arise. The kingdom suffers violence, but the violent take it by force. Nowhere in the Bible does it say to be a soft Christian. It is time to be aggressive. I think that's like some really luxury, gelato ice cream maybe, but just buy the cheap brand, my dude. Insect contain chitin that cannot be processed by your intestines, but chitin is a very appetizing polysaccharide for cancer parasites, fungus, and just about anything that causes disease. The chitin is part of the construction. They also contain metamorphic steroids, especially edostyrone. This is not a mammal food. Only birds can safely process insect food. Birds' digestive system is completely different than ours. Now you know why they want us to eat bugs. Super interesting. Thank you. Is it possible to have the source of this data? I didn't research, just sharing. All I say is everything that is recommended by government agencies and elites of the world for your own safety and personal integrity should always be questioned. No, they don't want us well. Be advised. I bet these people think there's a cure for cancer out there. They're hiding secretly. American dream in 2023, not being permanently poor. If you wish to be successful in American life, you basically need to do 3 things. Graduate high school, okay. Don't have a baby out of wedlock, okay. And get a job. If you do these things, you will not be permanently poor in the United... Yeah, permanently poor. Why should anybody be poor? There's enough billionaires to feed everybody. What is wrong with the world? Now I've got to look forward to informing my kids in the not-so-distant future that they'll need to find a pure-blood mate to live and procreate with. Oh my god, this is a vaccine thing. I'm not touching this. Dude, what is wrong with you people? Alright, real quick question. Why do all craters on Earth form exactly 90 degrees angle to the flat surface? Neither one of them have ever had any tilt or angle of track before impact. If we live in a spinning ball of space, what are the chances of any impact of space rocks hitting Earth straight down at a perfect 90-degree angle? That's not how the gravity works. Oh, if this counts, though, balloon he's talking about is the moon. Chinese spy balloon. I think I spotted it over our neighborhood. I have radiant barrier roofing so its cameras can't penetrate my home. Protect. How does this have 66 likes? My god, dude. A wise woman sent this warning about protecting your lady bits. Be a helpmeet, not street meat. No Heim, no diamond, real men don't settle for blown out street meat. I thought it was gonna rhyme, that's why I read it that way, but it would have been funny if it kind of rhymed, though. Never miss an opportunity to poop on your opponents. Breaking, former President Jimmy Carter has entered hospice care. He's lived a long life. He's lucky he got to live long enough to see a Democrat in the White House who was more destructive than he was. He should feel blessed. Your name is Laura Loomer. It literally rhymes with boomer. Short hair equals woke. Wokeness destroys the mind, body, and soul. I don't know what to say. Does long-haired men make them woke? I don't know. I guess I'm woke then. How do you like your coffee? I don't like coffee, but if I had to drink one, give me the most bitter and the strongest one you have. None of that soy boy garbage. No, oh my god. I'm sorry. This is obviously an Andrew Tate fan, and I just can't process that in my brain right now. Why do you have postpartum depression, ladies? Theory of question, ladies. How do y'all have postpartum depression from having a child? You so wanted to have and be a mother. To have and be a mother. Well, everyone wants to have a mom. They kind of need one to, be born. People losing their minds over The Last of Us. Alright, I'll say it. Go woke, go broke. So half the main characters in the show have been gay. Last time I checked, 50% of the world isn't gay. They have to stop pushing this down our throats or we will stop watching TV and going to the movies if you haven't already. I wouldn't say half. There's like 2 gay couples in that show. That's it. The Ellie and the one girl, I think, were gay. I don't really know. And then also the old man that was played by Ron Perlman, or not Ron Perlman, the Ron from The Off, and not whatever, Parks and Rec. Those are the only gay people. Someone doesn't understand the colors of carrier crews. YGBSM. I can't believe what I just saw during the national anthem at the Super Bowl. They showed the sailors on deck on the USS Carl Vinson, one of our 3 Nimitz-class super carriers, and they were dressed and arranged in rainbow colors. Chinese military is LTAO. I believe that specifies what job they have or something like that. I don't know, but I don't think it's the LGBTQ flag. You need to calm down there, buddy. And who cares if it is? Listen, I know it's called r/insane people of Facebook. Why not just call it Facebook users? Because they're all insane at this point. That are boomers. Hello, my dear community. Does anyone know if we can assure unvaccinated blood be available should a transfusion be necessary? You may not find a surgeon who will do this, but your urine can be used as blood. No, it can't. Nope. Is having sex with Rihanna gay? The emasculation of men continues. You can already tell who the man in this relate. Bro, it's Riri. What are you talking about? It's Riri. I would give up both my arms to just hug her, which would be a contradiction, wouldn't it? My ex-party girl cousin shared this today. Christians aren't trying to judge you. They're trying to save your life. Get out of the road. Don't you judge me. Oh, the truck is eternity in hell. I like this poor Photoshop job. Anyways, please delete your Facebook if you still have one. I know I did.